Is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. Weapons of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the purge. All other weapons are restricted. Government officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the purge and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. when the purge concludes. Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn. May God be with you all. This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. Weapons of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the purge. All other weapons are restricted. Government officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the purge and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. when the purge concludes. Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn. May God be with you all.
Wired in a certain.
Hey, look at this.
I don't regard what I do as the most important thing in the world at all, but it's right for me. I mean, I happen to be wired in a certain way that what I do works. Well, I can certainly define happiness because that's what I am. I get to do what I like to do every single day of the year. I get to do it with people I like. Other than I tap dance to work, and it doesn't diminish. It's tremendous fun. So success is getting what you want, and happiness is wanting what you get. Well, I don't know which one applies in this case, but I do know that I wouldn't be doing anything else. I do advise you, when you go out to work, go to work for an organization that you admire, people you admire, because it'll turn you on. To make money they didn't have and didn't need, they risked what they did have and did need. And that's foolish. That is just plain foolish. If you risk something that is important to you for something that is unimportant to you, it just does not make any sense. I don't care whether the odds are 100 to 1 that you succeed or 1,000 to 1 that you succeed. Defining your circle of competence is the most important aspect of investing. It's not how large your circle is. You don't have to be an expert on everything. But knowing where the perimeter of that circle, what you know and what you don't know is, and staying inside of it is all important. It really gets into behaving in a rational manner. It's not getting in your own way. As I say, everybody here has the ability absolutely to do anything I do and much beyond. And some of you will and some of you won't. But the ones that won't, it'll be because you get in your own way. It won't because the world doesn't allow you to. It'll be because you don't allow yourself to. It's not necessary to have huge amounts of money in order to enjoy yourself. I enjoyed myself when I had my $10,000, and I live in the same house that I lived in when I was making it. When I had about that, I bought it 41 years ago.
Yes, man. What is going on? We got the S&P coming down.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. Weapons of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the purge. All other weapons are restricted. Government officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the purge and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. when the purge concludes. Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn. May God be with you all.
Damn. Here we go. Here we go, man. S&P. We're looking at the Qs. It's trying to make a rally right now. Interesting market. We got, this is the 1 minute on the Qs. Trying to make back some losses today. Not a good day trading for me, I'm going to be honest. Not a good day, man. Not very happy about that, but that is what it is. Damn, I would have thought this was. Was hoping this was the run. They tried. We tried. It pushed up. Let's see. We got anybody on here? Angel says started a position in VTR. VTR is a residential, or not a residential. VTR is a assisted living REIT. People are dying to get in. That's a good business. Let me close this. Let's pull up the S&P. I'll keep an eye on all the money I'm losing over here. Let's pull this back. Yeah, not a good day, man. Not very happy here. All right, so what we see the SPY breaking. I don't know. I'm pretty bullish. Any of these dips, I would just be looking to buy. I don't know where to, where's our support and shit. I don't know, man. There's so many zones here now. But we could easily, it seems like we could easily, a fall to the 200-day would be massive. What would that be? It would be a 10, 12% fall easily. Those don't happen often. I think that would be pretty catastrophic. You'd see a lot of people just freaking out if it falls to this level. Why did you get me in the stock market? I'm never going to retire. All right. I didn't mean to delete that. So that's what we see. I don't know. We pop right back. We're back in the box. We have a stage 1 and we run higher. The Dow has already sold off. If you were on the new, we're moving the Peters Report over to a different platform. The actual PetersReport.com will keep coming up. But eventually that's going to get put behind that wow, I thought I accidentally closed my trades. Jesus fuck. All right, we got 5 minutes. Maybe we can make back $10. The Dow has already really come down. And if you notice, if I don't know if you're on Substack, if you go to the note section, I've been putting just daily notes, and I was noting, what these things, what this looks like right here. Oh, come on, dude. What in the fuck? Wow. Really don't know why it does this. I don't know why it's doing that. I don't even bother to contact stock charts on these things, man. I don't know how they don't know. I don't know how people aren't using this and notify me. Anyway, so the Dow's come down already. You know, does it come back to the 200? Wow, that seems, and the Dow's already on an extreme. Look at this. The Dow's already on an extreme RSI here. So, you know, to me, that means maybe keep an eye on the UDow. You know, if we get the uptrend continues, that's a triple leverage Dow fund. So the UDow is the 3 times Dow. As far as trading, you know, we'd wait for that setup. Let's see if it does it again. Yeah, see, it didn't do it that time. Interesting. Actually, I'm sorry. That's on the 7 period. It hasn't actually hit an extreme. It's on 33. So we're close. I'm half tempted to leave this trade open and catch a pop on Monday, but that would probably be pretty dumb. Let's look in on a few. Let's look at VTR. VTR is a assisted living REIT. This is one I picked up. Pretty classic money flow pattern here. You know, if the market comes under pressure, you're going to see this thing come down. It's already blue chip stock, already underneath the 200-day moving average, already trading about 30% undervalued. The counterpart to this I also own is called Welltower. If you have my book, you don't have to die broke. This stock is in there. It used to have a different name. I've owned this stock for many years because I have a friend that owns assisted living REITs, which I then became interested in. You should always look to see what your friends are doing, because sometimes they know things, man. They're in businesses that you could be in. Oh, damn, what is the fuck? Sorry, I'm trying to close this trade out here. It's 2:58. Do you know where your kids are? Let's see. What in the fuck, dude? I'll tell you what, guys, this has not been my day. All right, so we got the Qs running into the close here. I'm not down too bad, I guess. Oh, man. Let's see what this does. Let Morton talk.
I like the house then. I like the house now.
All right, man. There we go. That's where we're ending, huh? So let's pull the Qs up on a daily, see what happened here. I don't know. The Qs are still sitting in the box here, man. So let's map this out. And I'll try to talk about this weekend. I mean, that's still a stage 1 right there. And, you know, this was our stage 3. This is our previous stage 1. And, you know, we've had a really nice run up here. So I don't know. Not too much to worry about, but now we are definitely going sideways. You know, does this turn into a 1 and head higher? I mean, you know, maybe not on this go around, but it does eventually. Let me test what I was just trying here. Maybe it's where I'm saving it. See? Yeah, it worked. Maybe that's my problem. So if we're looking at the money flow pattern right here, stage 1 runs up, distribution. That's sideways action. Price goes below the 20, above the 20, below 20, above the 20, below 20, above the 20. And, you know, here we are, stage 3, distribution, moving sideways. So tech is, you know, holding up. You know, crazy is gold, man. Trimmed too much of this too soon, to be honest. Big reversal here, but it didn't close it didn't fully engulf the previous candle. So, I trade the UGO, which is the 2 times gold. And, my theory, whenever I liked commodities, I don't like to play commodities unless they're below the 200-day moving average. That's when you look to get in. And look at all these chances to buy it. Buy it here, 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 and then it ran. So that's an idea where it's okay. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. I'll have a lot of people like, oh, it's taking 5 months. I don't know what to do. It's like, bro, just keep building out that position so that when you get that run, you have enough in there that you have some money. If you're just waiting, you're probably not going to have a very large position. So utilize that time. Time is the key ingredient in trading. It's so utilize that. I was talking with someone, teaching and trading the other day, and I was talking with someone, teaching and trading. There we go. Make sure I had sound. Teaching trading the other day, and I was like, listen, before we talk trading, before we get into that, trading doesn't care that you want to make money. Nobody gives a fuck. Everybody wants to make money. All fat people want to lose weight. Wanting something or thinking you want it, that's not enough. Trading, you're going to have to understand some concepts. You have to understand the concept of fractality, that it's fractal. And then you have to understand time, and time is fractal. And if we don't understand your time frame, we can't actually define any sort of strategy. And I was talking with a lady yesterday, and she said, well, I don't want anything too risky. And I said, okay, well, what does that mean? He said, I don't know. What do you mean? I said, I don't know. You said risky. What is risky? What is risk? I don't understand. What do you mean by risk? Do you mean it goes to zero? Or do you mean the price goes up and down? Because if you're referring to risk as the price going up and down, well, then you don't understand risk. That's opportunity. So the only way a person could have made money on gold at $86 here was that it came at one time in October last year. It sold off into a stage 4 and sat up down here. So this downdraft, is that risk or is that opportunity? And that only makes sense if you understand the fractal nature of time. And so until we can define time, it seems hard for me to understand how to define risk and what is risk. Most people can't answer those two. So if you can't answer those two, it's kind of hard to know what to do. Let's look at bonds. I got a pretty large bond position here, and I haven't added during this little. See, look at this. Bonds are going down, dude. Bonds are in a stage 4 decline. So we got bonds going down while the market's going down. All right. So, just whiteboard this in your mind for a second. Bonds are going down. All right. Let's look at utility stocks. XLU. Looks like they're kind of wanting to sell off. They're underneath the 20. Okay. And let's look at the XLP, consumer staples. Well, fuck, they're going down. So you got the hedges, bonds. You got the safest stocks, utilities. You got the blue chips that people turn to in times of worry. Coca-Cola, Campbell's. Let's look at Campbell's. That's straight sell-off right there. So we have the blue chips, the safe stocks selling off. We got oil up, we got gold up, we got Bitcoin coming down. So, this is a lot of mixed signals, man. This is a very confused market right now. Look at this. You got Bitcoin selling off. Tried to run, then it sold off. Let's look at the VIX. What are we doing here? There we go. The volatility index. Bam! Shot up a little bit today. We know the VIX, this is, it's up 16%. Nice pop. I don't know how much fear that is. I don't know, man. Let's look at AT&T. I mean, stage 4 decline. Look at Verizon. Stage 4 decline. Let's look at Cornerstone, CLM. Didn't go down much. Let's look at Apple. It's our trade of the week. It's still moving. Nice day out of Apple. So, I mean, tech stocks look okay. Tesla trying to hold it, but I mean, this may be just another dip on the way down. I don't know. Pretty confusing. A lot of confusing here, in my opinion. And notice this. Look at the Qs, right? Look where it's at. Now look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's just leveraged Q trade right now. Same thing. Same chart. Same chart, man. So I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. Look at small caps. Small caps, stage 4 decline. Small caps have really lagged. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing this get down. I missed it back here as far as, no, we didn't. We traded the URTY, but I'd closed it out. We might get another shot at that. So as far as a trader, I'd be looking at UDOW. I mean, I can't get into trading to the short side and shorting the market and all that on such a little pullback. I'm bullish. This is a bull market. We're going higher. Federal Reserve will be raising interest rates at some point in the future. So that is what you call a trump card, man. That's going to be pulled out at some point. So that's kind of a built-in put here, in my opinion. So I don't see this going too low, but this UDOW could set up as a nice trade. I don't know. In my leverage funds, I've taken down my my leverage. So let's see. Look at some of the leveraged income funds. I mean, yeah, they're kind of tracking. So I don't know, man. We'll see. I think next week we should have a little more information. Let me run through if any just a second here. This is a bunch of income funds here. Let me see these. These are all closed-end funds. Let me run through these. Stage 4 decline. Stage 4 decline in AG&C. Stage 4 decline in AMLP, the Alarian MLP ETF. Okay. ASG Liberty Fund. So all you guys that are doing some margin portfolio dividend stuff, if you're in our private channel for that, I mean, you're getting your chance here. These are all stage 4 declines. If you're already in it, you're going to see the shit come down, man. The BlackRock Innovation and Growth Trust, you see it coming down. So we're going to have some shit to add. God damn, look at the BlackRock Health and Science Trust coming down. The Blackstone Mortgage Trust coming down. America, I thought I deleted that one. Yeah, all these have gone stage 4, man. Wow. The Double Line Yield Opportunities Fund, straight down. So we might be able to pick up some of these in our leverage margin accounts. If you're in on it with that, or some of the extreme yields, we can go through and look at those. Some of those are really on sale too. Wells Fargo Advantage Income Fund, straight down. Now, part of the reason is these are filled with Dow stocks. They're filled with the AT&Ts and the Verizons and shit like that. And that stuff's coming down. And I'm trying to think why they're bringing this down. Because the lower these go, the higher their yields go. So you got to sit and think on this. Don't try to break this down to a 120 character tweet. And most people that do are dipshits, okay? Most of these fucktards you follow, they don't know a fuck thing, man. They really don't know fuck nothing, okay? They've spent little time doing homework. They're just reading off fucking headlines. They don't know shit. They just focus on like the debt or just one thing. and then try to make some sort of determination. They don't know anything. It's way too fucking complicated to take it down to one thing. Iran attacks Israel, all fucks are off. I mean, everything changes. I mean, I don't even know what that'll do to the market. Oil stocks should, I don't know. Sometimes, look at this. The Gabel Equity Trust, straight down. I mean, these are all income funds. So if you're wanting to buy income, the Granite Point Mortgage Trust, GPMT, I like that one. Anyway, I have a bunch of these funds in a list. J&K, this is the high yield Barclays. You want to put together these lists, have these in a folder. So when you come through, whenever the market sells off like this, you can just kind of come through here and you can buy yourself some income if you have money. Now we'll get back up here. A couple stocks I want to look like. Gilead has just been killing me. Not in my buy and hold. I don't too much give a shit, but I've had this right now is a B&B trade. Now we just got to have faith that it comes back. Worked here. It's worked every time. Worked here, but now we're lower. I'm not going to add yet, even though the RSI is extreme. Check. So I definitely got to dig into Gilead this weekend, figure out what the fuck, man. Why is this thing coming down so hard? I mean, now we got the pressure of the market, right? Starbucks is another one that we had as a trade. I mean, well, and in my buy and hold, but I have it as a B&B trade. Tried to play it in here, right? Quick run up to the 200. Worked here. It's worked almost every time. Eventually it's going to work because the 200-day will come down and price they'll hit. But whether you're in profit or not, we'll see. I thought for sure yesterday was a reversal day. We had a doji. Thought we would run up. That didn't happen. We'll see what happens on Monday. So yeah, I'm underwater on these as far as B&B trades. And my rules. I don't use stops on these. You can make a case for doing it, but usually what I do is I wait for the next stage one. I add shares, and this trade could take months and months. Good. Remember what I showed you on the oil or gold? That took a while. Good. Doesn't mean it's easy. Look at Exxon. We tried it here, November, boom. Sold all the way off into December. Added again. Tried to run. Didn't work. Sold all the way off. Now we're into January. 3 to 4 fucking months. So if you'd have been like, oh, it's not hitting the 200. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. Then look, bam, it runs. Right? So we need that. And we could see the same thing at a Starbucks or Gilead, man. What happened here? BMY. We had this running. This is now set back up. Look at this BMY coming down, man. I don't know. I might be slower to run into this one this time, or this thing's going to have to really come down. If we get back down in this 47, you see how close it got. That's pretty goddamn close, right? And when it's that close and the RSI is there, I mean, you go ahead and take it down. If you're B&B trading, sell half. And once that target's hit, well, I mean, let it come down and put on the other half, but I would wait, man. So again, these are different types of strategies, different, playbooks within the money flow, meaning over here I'm day trading. That's one thing. That's one account. That's one thought process, right? And then over here I'm swing trading or position trading. Those are very similar. And when I say position trading, meaning I maintain a position and I'm looking to sell it down the road. But in the meantime, it's not in and out. I'm just building the position over time on stage one to unload it later for more money. An example of this would be Uber, where for 2.5 years, I just added to stage ones. And I would tell everyone, same with Bitcoin, buying Uber. That's a position trade. Now I was trading it for 60. When we hit 60, that motherfucker went up again. So I'm going to hold it. And look, we're not selling off really, man. I think Uber's going to 100, 200, man. I might buy a goddamn apartment building with this trade. Was it worth being underwater for 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, a year maybe? underwater. There's a lot of people that cut it. They're not going to be underwater a year. They're going to be like, oh, I can make, maybe you don't. Maybe you don't. Maybe you never catch a run this big with position size because you're moving in and out, in and out, in and out. And so you never make a big life-changing trade where, you get 2,000 or 3,000 shares of Uber in the 30, you got 60 grand there and it runs to fucking 80. That's like buying a house and a car, man. But you can't do that if you can't handle it being down. So, but that was the plan on that. Position trades. In a swing trade, I get stopped out. In trying to ride the swing, doesn't, goes 3, hits a 4, I'm out. Hit it and get it. You got to go. But in a position trade, it goes stage 4. I don't do shit. I just wait and wait for the next setup. And that's very similar to a B&B trade. You can make your own rules. I'm just telling you what mine are. So, for me, once these stocks are underneath that 200, there's no stops. I'm just going to wait, and I'm waiting for this right here. I'm waiting for the next stage 1. And we know what that looks like. It's right there. So we're waiting for it to stop, put in an anchor, go sideways. Boom, I need 4 bars, undervalued, under the 200. Very simple process. I start accumulating shares. 1 share, 10 shares, or 1,000,000 fucking shares. Whatever it is. Time is fractal and the market is fractal. Everything about the market is fractal. There are 5 trading days in a week. There are 4 weeks in a month, right? That means there's 20 days. So if you look at the moving averages we use, that dotted red line, that's 5 days. That represents 1 week of trading. Well, right now, price is below the average price of the last week. That means it is trending fuck down. And look at these pointing straight down. There's nothing sideways about this. Nothing says it's going up. Nothing, right? And nothing will say that until it stops and the next day's higher. Now we got an anchor point, but we need it to confirm, right? So using that strat, you can catch every bottom within a few bars. Pretty easy to understand. Once we understand time, the fractal nature of the market, the 4 stages of price movement, and what it is you're doing on your playbook, man. Lower the better for a swinger like me. Yeah, it can definitely be, especially if you have that mindset. So, man, that's where I'm at, man. I don't know, man. I don't know what the market's doing. I don't really have an opinion. Not that it matters. Not like I would know. Not like anybody else knows. Any of your friends that know, man, watch out. They are either delusional, stupid, or just lying. Now, and I'm not saying not to make a bet. If you think you know, make a bet. But as a trader, we're trying to manage risk. So, I've cut what I'm going to cut. Now I'm just watching and waiting, and we'll see what happens. To me, honestly, it's confusing to me what's up and what's down. Oil's up, gold's up, Bitcoin's holding, Qs are holding, utility stocks, bonds, consumer staples are down. That tells me they think fucking Federal Reserve is about to raise interest rates. But then on the other flip side of that, you see tech stocks heading higher, which to me, growth, small caps, the IWM and the QQQ and all that, they're not going to go up if there's a possible rate hike coming. There's Arcane in there. So I don't know, man. We'll see on Monday. Maybe this is just a Friday scare. Hopefully Iran doesn't fucking attack Israel over the weekend. We're in, what are we in? RTX. Raytheon has just gone straight up. These plays and our oil plays have just gone straight up. This is why don't trim shit to death. Let it run. So, we have this in our buy and hold. That's Raytheon, part of the war machine here. We got Lockheed Martin. That's run up. We got some gold plays. Look at this with ConocoPhillips, one of my largest holdings, straight up, And so it's good to see this. That's why you want to build out a diversified portfolio so that when some stuff's, this is protecting us. So sometimes, hey, we need to get short in the market. Do I? Because I've got lots of shit going up. Maybe I don't need to worry about shorting the market. I just take that money and I use it to add on stage 1s and then trim the stuff that's working. And, so you don't have to get it overcomplicated, Anyway, man, I hope that helps. I really do appreciate you guys. Anything I can do, what's up. You can always hit me up on the Instagram, man. It's going down in the DMs. You can always text me, reach out to me. If you need a place to trade, holler at me. Come trade with us. We got a lot of great traders inside the MFG, and a lot of them will be happy to help you, just like they helped me. Appreciate everybody been day trading and posting. I appreciate everyone that posts who's trying to help their fellow man. I really do appreciate that, because sometimes I can't post that well if I'm working on videos or editing or reading and studying. I actually do trade and read 2 to 3 hours a day. Try to stay informed and keep everybody informed. So I appreciate you guys' help on that, man. God bless. Go subscribe to the new Substack. I think I put it in the notes. Eventually, I'm going to stop emailing on that other one. You're just not going to get it. So probably got about to the end of the month, and then you won't be able to get on it. So you guys be good.